Hello, welcome to the Squirrel Tale. My name's Dave. On today's video we will be showing you the first steps in turning a old file like this into a patch/hunting knife similar to the one below. So when selecting a file, you want to find one similar to the size knife you want. Most files will be longer than the knife you're making, but you want to have it about the same width and thickness as the blade you're going for. The first thing to do is to get the forge lit and get heat around where you want the tip of the blade to be on the file. When you get the material hot, you want to cut a 60-degree angle around where you want the tip to be and make it look like this picture. Now this step is nice to have a friend to hold the steel, but you lay the steel on either a flat piece of steel or on a rough part of the anvil so you don't mar your anvil. Hold the hot chisel exactly where you want to cut it and tap through it. Your goal is to not have it fly out like we do and just cut through it. Ideally, you want it to just break off, and you do not want it to fly into anything. You don't want it to burn, because if you do, that kind of sucks. The next step is to forge a profile for the blade. You want to make this slightly thinner than the end desired shape, but roughly the same length, maybe a little shorter, to allow room for you to hammer the taper in the blade. For this step, you want to start by rounding down the edge where you cut the file, then slowly thinning the blade down along the edge, tapping towards the tip and straightening the sides as you go. This step can take multiple heatings. The next step is to curve the blade. This is so when you forge the edge, it will straighten out so you won't end up with a blade shaped like a saber, which is cool, but I don't want a saber. To do this, you want to place what will be the cutting edge on the horn of the anvil and tap it to a slight curve. The next step is to form the taper on the edge, and also if you did the previous steps correctly, this step will form your final profile. For this step, you want to hold the blade flat on the anvil, and then you want to strike it with blows working the edge thin, and as you do this, the blade will come into the shape of your profile and hopefully straighten out and come to the correct width. When you get where you want, then you do something known as packing. To pack the blade, you want to heat it to a dull red and very lightly hit it. This is supposed to pack the grain. I'm not sure if this actually does anything, but it's also a good way to remove any bends or warps. The last thing I do before I anneal the blade is to square up the tang to make the handle go in nicer. After the blade is all shaped, you are ready to do what's known as anneal. You want to heat it up good and bury it in the coals and then let the fire go out. This will cause the blade to cool down slowly, making it easier to work with the file. So this is how the blade currently looks. In the next video I'll be showing you the shaping steps, and we will get it to its final shape using a grinder, belt sander, and file, and I'll also be quenching it to make it hard. So be sure to stay tuned and subscribe.
Be sure to drop a comment below for a chance to win the finished product with your name engraved on the handle. Winner will be chosen at random from a combination of comments from episodes 2, 3, and 4. Good luck, and we'll see you next week.